Hello and welcome to Spring Commander Forged Alliance. Here we got a game on open waters between Tag Archist and the Strategist. A little bit of Seraphim versus UEF action, and I'm gonna try this split screen by turning it on and off every now and then, see how this happens. So at first I just want to see how the two players, you can see the Strategist slightly behind, started building his factory, walked with his ACU, and the difference is here coming up a minute 30. There's those few seconds advantage. It's about 4 seconds advantage that Archist is going to have for the rest of the game, which means that every single unit that he creates from now on is going to have that 4 seconds advantage. So there it is, 80 plus power that he just got from that. So first to power, bunch of mass extractors, so we can really compare the build orders. And one mistake here by the strategist, a little bit more time left. Lost by strategist. The Hydra started a little earlier by the two players. And flak coming out by Archist. So a little paranoia there from Archist, expecting a bomber from the EF player. Maybe not the best move. Probably should definitely speed this up. So now we see Strategist moving out. Strategist is actually going to take his ACU over, so at this point after the initial build order, not too much exciting stuff. I'll just put in the regular view. Archist seems to just be standing there. Looks like he's going second air after 4 PGs, but he's going to get the Hydra soon. Might have a little power problems. And of course the running ACU from Strategist to the top line mass. And so far all NGs. And a power storage should be a great thing to bomb right there, this power storage. 3 Tech 1 bombs, and it'll take out the Hydra plus 3 PGs. I'm not sure if that will happen. Actually, I haven't seen anything in this game. 3 line factories planned here for Archist in the middle. The middle 6 PGs, but really hard to hold on to. And now with the second air, we got interceptors, first interceptor, second bomber. Usually with aggression, it's good to go first bomber, then an interceptor. We just got the second factory coming out for the strategist. He definitely got a lot more power and power storage than Archist in this game, but a lot less units. And it's interceptor doing scouting off map there for Archist. But one thing we got to say for strategist is ACU much more aggressive. He should be able to hold on to this top part. But this bomber is a good bomber from Archist, the second bomber. It's on a big attack move here, so it should be able to, if it sees anything on the radar along the way, it will attack it, and it should be able to see this engineer. It looks like, yeah, it's gonna respond and take care of the problem. It's the first kill. There's another bomber in the middle for Archist. So Tech 1 bombers for Archist doing a great job, but interceptors now for strategists beginning to take over. And of course now bomber for strategists, not bombing on the first pass, but very important engineers. And bombing the factory. This is what happens when you put it on auto. The bombers choose the target instead of you, and they will choose the factory over an engineer, and that's probably not the best choice. Strategist now got to establish a factory. As soon as you get a factory on one of these landmasses, you got to start producing engineers, things to hold on to that position. Still going after the factory, and the interceptor will put an end to that. We are going to have a nice battle here in the middle. Both players, Tech 1 tanks and the single factory. But air is now firmly in control for strategist over the middle. A bit of bombing now also for strategist. Also not targeting the engineer, targeting mass extractors. Now Tech 1 bomber gets taken out over Archist, but Archist with 3 naval factories, only 1 for strategist. He is making Tech 1 submarines. It's a pretty big interceptor spam, a whole bunch of PGens. Now the ACU for strategist expanding down. And in the middle, it'll be hard to imagine a strategist being able to hold on to this. This factory is dying, retaking air. On the bottom landmass, it looks like multiple factories now for Archist. No challenge whatsoever from strategist. As soon as you lost that first engineer, he really did not make any more attempts. But we are going to see a fight on this top line mass. But the ACU should be able to take care of the problem. ACU for Arcist appears to be at Tech 2 now. Gonna get a Tech 2 power generator and a shield. That's gonna give him a big eco boost, but not very aggressive in terms of map control. But looks like that's not gonna be a huge problem for him because he's not being challenged. Strategist, another Tech 1 line factory, multiple Tech 1 line factories now. We've got the Hydra. Always nice to pick up the Hydra, and we're gonna see the first naval battles. UEF submarines versus Seraphim. UEF 600 health. Seraphim is already dead. Tells you it's got much less. Now frigates, 200 health on the Seraphim frigate. Let's see, what is this? That's a little more for the UEF. UEF in general and all the units have the highest health. UEF frigate, definitely a great weapon. More naval factories now for strategists. But the metal is now taken over. 3 mass extractors, 2 more coming up for Arcist. Strategist doing a good job taking over the top. Already got some Tech 2 mass extractors here as well. It's a bit of taking. Arcist really taking his time, and this is a very important engineer here. Was able to establish a base, now flak. 10 kills on this bomber. Didn't see what this bomber was doing, but it was doing a lot. But now it's dead. So once again, looks like air is going to belong to Arcist, much more aggressive with it. But a good looking Air Force now at base for strategists here coming up in minute 12. 4th Naval Factory. Still no Tech 2. 2 of the factories are actually kind of just sitting there doing nothing. And this is frigates and submarines for Arcist. Arcist now with Tech 2 power, upgrading mass extractors. And with that Tech 2 power means he can do a lot more air spam if you wanted to. This is a whole bunch of Tech 1 bombers going after the factory. Not the best use of bombers, but no more build capacity on the island except for a couple engineers. If you could take those out, it'd be a very nice mission for strategists. But we saw those bombers get shredded, basically unprotected. It would have been nice to have these interceptors protecting those bombers. Strategist ACU with 9 kills. Successful victory, but not enough aggression. We see some units now building up for Arcist here on the bottom. And now Arcist has found out about this base. He did have that bomber that spotted. And with these unit numbers, point defense will be very nice now for strategist. If he can finish that, it'll be very. It actually looks like he will be. And this is a crucial point defense now. Means it will take a little bit of micro for Arcist to be able to break that. And now the interceptors have taken over air for strategist once again. And the Tech 1 bombers, not getting too many kills, but engineer is definitely the primary target. With Tech 1 bombers, nothing you can do against the shield. 13,000 health, 200 damage per bomb for a Tech 1 bomber, so you can do that math. So now we got strategist with a second Tech 2 power, which means he's got to get a lot more build capacity. This factory should be on an infinite engineer loop. There should be about 40 engineers around that Tech 1 factory. Total air domination for Arcist. There's no excuse not to have that. And one thing that Arcist does not have is some artillery together with these tanks, which is going to make it very difficult for him to break through that point defense. It looks like a bit of a fight. A whole bunch of arty. So the tanks will have good luck against the arty, but this point defense is going to collect many kills for the strategist. And we are now seeing the submarines dominating for UEF. Tech 1 definitely UEF huge advantage. And it is a submarine spam. Actually now it looks like 1 sub, 1 frigate. So the middle is really the advantage that Arcist has had most of this game. He is about to lose the top mass, top chunk of the map completely. Much better air force strategist. The Navy is pretty even, but on this bottom part, a problem for Arcist. More land factories now coming up for strategist, and now that strategist should be able to take over. Of course, the point defense, good placement on a point defense here. Should see some arty for strategists, but no micro. And if units don't move against the Seraphim force, they get wiped out because of the high fire rate on the artillery. quite even fight. 25 kills now for Strategist ACU. The ACU for Archist is very much a pacifist. Now Tech 2 has just been building stuff back at base and going with a Tech 2 air factory, actually going Tech 3. So Tech 3 air with some strat bombers, that could be very interesting. Of course, Seraphim do not have Tech 3 gunships. So Tech 3 air means you want strat bombers. A destroyer for Strategist, extremely good unit now. At this stage we'll be able to dominate against all these frigates. And a cruiser as well. So Tech 2 Navy versus Tech 3 air in this game. Another push from Arcus now with Ilshevas. Another very good point defense, but against the Ilshevas won't really stand much of a chance. 4 factories and a point defense are going to go up against Tech 2 land. Seeing the point defense here, 13 kills for Arcus. See, point defenses in this game have been very good so far. 31 kills for Strategist. Some arty here for Strategist should be able to take out that point defense and take over the top part of the map. More point defenses going up now for the Strategist, and a whole bunch of wrecks that Strategist should be able to pick up. No problems. The middle, of course, is so vulnerable once you get to the Tech 2 naval stage. And this is pretty much a waste of submarines here from Arcus. He won't be able to take on this force. The Strategist having even more problems. 47 kills now, but he is very much exposed against this Tech 3 air. Now here comes a Tech 3 strategic bomber, which means that this ACU is basically going to die. There's really no excuse for Arcus not to win the game right now. Of course, there is one out for him. He does have this cruiser. Strategist goes down to 800 health. He needs to get underneath that shield as soon as possible. And actually Tech 1, yeah, I think the shield just saved him and left a really nice wreck. Of course, this cruiser now with 24 kills. Extremely close now. Strategist running away from submarines. Trying to get a Tech 2 torpedo launcher. 600 health. And Tech 2 Navy has just saved Strategist from a sure loss. And meanwhile we had total domination by Tech 2 here, and now with all these Ilshevas there should be some transports from Arcus. And this is interesting. Tech 2 air, a whole bunch of Tech 2 bombers from Strategist, which means he might actually go for a snipe. So the bomb on the Janus bomber, Tech 2 bomber, is about 1,000. So it means you still need about 13 of them to break through the shield, but this will definitely be the best target that Tech 2 powers against Arcus. But these could also be very good at taking back this piece of land. A lot of Tech 2 mass extractors, no shields here, and this would be a great target. This is 1,000 mass invested for Arcus. And a Tech 3. Oh, this is very. This game is just accelerated here. Did not see this Tech 3 naval factories. Tech 3 submarines are going to completely turn this game. And now we're seeing a torpedo boat versus a Tech 3 sub. And a Tech 3 sub wins. But good choice of units here for Strategist. Torpedo boats are actually going to give him a chance. With 2 torpedo boats are able to take out Tech 3 sub, leaving a really nice chunk of mass. And now here come the bombers. They're going after the Tech 3 air factory. It would have been better if they went after the shield. But that was a successful snipe. That was excellent. I would not have picked that target, but it was still successful, not going after the naval factories. And of course, one good thing about the Janus bomber, very good anti-air as well. Not as good as the Swift ones. It looks like a successful drop at the exact same time from Arcus, and this game just got a lot better. This is now pretty good. Both players making significant damage, but I would gotta say a little better from Arcus than these bombers, because this shield, once that shield goes, now it becomes even more even. Basically the main bases are getting wiped out by 2 completely different methods. And now we're seeing this Tech 2 naval factory, which is so crucial, is in danger. And the fact that this Tech 3 naval factory is not in any danger, although from air it could be. It would be nice to see this Navy come in here and reinforce all this air. Very hard to call. Very nice. So this game just got a lot more interesting. It'd be nice to see Strategist pick up all these mass extractors. Got all this reclaim. and a lot of Tech 1 submarines, and this Tech 3 sub is just going to decimate this Navy. And actually the Ilshevas, did they get evacuated? No. They were for the most part wiped out by this destroyer. Tech 1 subs versus Tech 3. Tech 1 subs getting a victory. I'm very surprised. These are really UEF Tech 1 subs, very good. And now a whole bunch of Tech 1 bombers attacking a Tech 3 power generator. I don't think Arcus should really throw in the towel here. I don't think he realizes he's still... If he just gets some shields, no. But Arcus, those Tech 2 bombers were just too much. He had some great attacks. And actually, Strategist wasn't in that good a shape. With Seraphim, you could have put a couple Tech 2 shields up, put a couple Tech 2 flags, and all those bombers are dead. And with this Tech 3 submarine, he could totally do a lot with all this great eco. But this game ends at 28 minutes, a very exciting finish. Hopefully people enjoyed it.